Hello friends, in this video we will make this simple loose watercolor landscape. Right. In this tutorial we are not following the conventional way, but rather the approach would be just to drop in some colors and make some shapes, and depending upon how the shapes are getting formed, we keep on evaluating the shape and taking subsequent actions. Alright, so here I just picked up some cerulean blue or cobalt blue and paints gray, orange, burnt sienna. These are primarily the colors that I am using. I am just making a base of a tree here. I really do not know how we are going to make it. Now you know by seeing the finished image at the beginning of the video, but at the time of painting this I didn't have any idea. So this is just to get some to progress. I just began with this maybe the trunk of a tree. Okay, just dropping in some colors, lifting out some colors, etc., just to get a convincing or slightly interesting base of a tree. I'm just splashing or spraying some water at the base of the tree. There were some thick pigments at the base of the tree, so I'm spraying some water to get some interesting effect. Here I'm just playing with water. You can see, let the water bleed all around, let it bleed down, and so just I am exploring and expecting a lot of things to happen whenever I make a brush mark on the paper because of the wet paper. I think this is reasonably a good base of a tree and some ground and some interesting textures at the bottom. I don't know what to make here. Maybe I will smoothen this, and the tree base looks little flat, and I know that when it dries, it will dry much lighter. So I have to drop in some darker tones for the tree, particularly at the base of the tree. We have to make it darker, and I think at some other parts of the tree also we can drop in some darker colors. I don't know whether I will do it now or not. So I think some mix of warm colors and cool colors can make it interesting. So I'm adding some warm colors at some places. I wanted to probably I'm thinking of making some figures here. Maybe a female figure in Indian sari. Okay, and I'm using some bright red color. Maybe it is scarlet red, and the top, the head, the darker tone is by Payne's gray. I think this is sufficient for the female figure, and let us make a male figure also. And both are facing away from us. Maybe they are going farther away. That is the kind of story. They are just in their own romantic world, and they are probably walking away from us towards the horizon. Okay, they are in their own fancy, wonderful world, right? So let us make this male figure, the head, and maybe the lower body we will have to add. When we make figures, you don't have to really worry about too much of precision, but the overall proportion and the perspective, whatever is visible, whatever we suggest, it should follow some amount of perspective and the proportions. And it is good if you can convey some story, some kind of a body language, some body expressions. If you can bring in, that will be great. I'm wetting the top part of it because it looks a little bit odd as it is fully white. So I wanted to add some kind of a color there. So that is the idea that I am getting. So it could be the sky, it could be a group of foliages. So let us start with the sky. And yeah, this could be the sky. I am using cobalt blue and maybe touch of Payne's grey, and at times I am also using touch of a crimson lake, but this color that I am using now is a bit of burnt sienna and orange mixed together. The idea is to get some mix of warm and cool colors, just to create some sort of interest. That's it. Here it is the colors are just merging on the paper, okay, and soft edges. It is dominated by soft edges, and a little bit of spraying can probably create some interest. Yeah, some softening. Yeah, I think the paper is wet now. Let us add or suggest some bluish or purplish kind of a foliage probably, so that it was lacking some amount of darkness at the top. So I thought we will add some foliages, and that foliages can I'm thinking of that the foliages can merge with the sky, and it can be a single form both for the sky as well as the foliage. So where the foliage ends, where the sky begins, let us leave it to the viewer. We don't specifically demarcate the foliage and sky in this particular work. So let it spread and let it bleed. Okay, that way it will look a little bit interesting. Sorry, some splashing of colors. See, it really doesn't matter what kind of a brush you are using, what is the size of the brush, etc. You know the area that you are working on, and you know what kind of a result that we are trying to achieve. So we can, depending upon what you plan on while painting, you take a lot of decisions. Depending upon what you decide, what kind of a shape that you are targeting, you can decide the shape of the brush, size of the brush, etc. If you like this video, this kind of tutorials, please subscribe to my channel and press on the bell notification icon, so that you get all my future videos. You get notification for all my future videos in time. I think we are getting pretty closer to something that is convincing. Some darker tones for the shadow area of the tree maybe, and maybe I'll have to smudge, soften the edges, because there are a lot of brush marks that I see. I'll just soften some of these brush marks. Okay. Tissue paper also can help in softening the edges or lifting out some colors, creating some illusion, interest, etc. I think we are pretty much done. This edge seems to be a little too hard. So yeah, this much is sufficient. I'll soften this area. Rest things looks good to me. I think we are done. We will close it at this particular point. As I told, please let me know if you have any questions, suggestions or comments. This last bit of splashing that I do now is to create some interest. So if you have any questions, please do let me know. Please let me know your views in the comments. And I think we are done with this particular tutorial. And if you are in doubt whether it is finished or not, the best way is to sign it and declare that it is done. So thank you so much for being with me and watching this tutorial. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I will be coming with more and more tutorials. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already, and press the bell notification icon so that you get notified for all my future videos. So thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.